Welcome back to Big Texas Hijinks with Josh and Dr. Mike. Standing next to me here is the one and only Dr. Mike, and of course, I am Josh. So we're back here again with our Power Wheels, and if you'll remember in part 1, I challenged Dr. Mike to hit 50 miles per hour, which he failed to do in our part 2 video. The links to those videos are below. So, Dr. Mike, the folks are waiting. Are you going to get this Power Wheels to go 50 miles per hour?
Well, you know, Josh, it's not like it's easy. This thing was never designed for maybe more than 5 miles an hour, so.
You know, whatever, man. You agreed. It is time to deliver. So, did you make any changes?
You know, Josh, I did make some changes. Now, I can't guarantee it's going to go over 50, but whatever happens, it's going to be exciting.
All right, well, why don't we take a look? So, Dr. Mike, show me what you changed.
Well, the first thing I did was I changed out our speed controller. Now, it's rated at 5,000 watts, but just like in our first video, it exploded and I had to replace it.
I forgot about that. Is this one even going to hold up?
Well, Josh, it's rated at 5,000 watts. It's identical to our last one. I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of take it easy on it. Hopefully we can hit 50 miles an hour before it breaks.
So what else did you do?
Okay, so remember how last time we got up to about 30, 40 miles an hour before I'd spin the tire, something like that?
Yeah, what's your point?
My point is I wanted a way to give us a boost of about 10 miles per hour to get us to that 50 mile per hour mark. Now, I remembered playing video games as a kid where you'd have that boost button. So I took your advice and I put 2 29mm rockets on the back.
You know, I was kidding around. I did not think you'd take me seriously.
Well, Josh, with these stupid plastic tires, I mean, this may be the only way to get to 50.
Fair enough, but those look kind of rinky-dink. You really think they're going to make a difference?
Oh yeah. Josh, why do you think the space shuttle uses rockets? They've got the best power density. Now, these are proprietary, but I did a back-of-the-envelope calculation. I think these are going to give us about 4.3 horsepower for a second, which should give us 10 miles per hour extra.
Fair enough, but are those the biggest ones you can get? I mean, how much thrust do they even have?
Well, they do have bigger ones, Josh, but you need a certification for that. And our CTO was supposed to mail in the application, but she dropped the ball on that one. So anyway, Josh, I think these things will be plenty. They're going to give us a little over 40 pounds of thrust, which honestly is just a little bit less than this thing weighs.
Well, I'm guessing these things aren't refillable. One shot and that is it.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Josh. So we'll do a few practice runs, and once I get this thing lined up good and straight, going 30, 40 miles an hour, I'll activate the rockets and we'll see what happens.
All right, so when these rockets go off, there's going to be a fire and explosion and everything?
Well, there'll be some smoke, there'll be some sound. I don't know about all the other stuff.
Oh man, I'm excited. This is going to go faster than a knife fight in a phone booth.
Yeah, okay, it's going to go fast, Josh. Let's just be sure we're both out of the way when I activate these rockets.
Yeah, agreed. So you didn't change anything else except for the speed bank and the rockets, and that's it, right?
That's all I changed, yeah.
All right, what do you say we stop jaw-jacking and get out on the track?
Let's do it.
Well, folks, we're back here at the Big Texas Hijinks private racetrack, ready to get going. We've got our handy dandy radar detector. It's all calibrated, ready to go. We've got a couple of markers set up on the road as a backup, and this time we're able to spring for a couple drones, so we should get some real good footage. Mike, are you ready?
Yeah, Josh, but like I said, I got no idea what's going to happen.
You know, Mike, you keep saying that. Just what's the plan?
Okay, so the plan is I'm going to do a few runs, get some practice, maybe get up to 20, 30 miles an hour. We're going to hook up the rockets, and when I get a good run going, maybe 30, 40 plus, I'm going to activate the rockets, and hopefully we're going to get above 50 miles an hour.
Oh man, I am excited. We've got our driver strapped in, our cameramen are ready to go. Let's do this. All right, Dr. Mike, we've done a few speed runs, but I see you're having trouble putting the power down.
Yeah.
You haven't even fired off the rockets.
Yeah, exactly, Josh. So just like last time, I'm having some traction problems. And since we're only going to have one chance at this, I want to wait until we're maybe going 35 or 40 before I fire them off.
All right, well, we need to get back to it because we are burning daylight.
I agree.
25, and she looks like a drunk driver. Dr. Mike, that wasn't too bad. We got back up to 25 miles an hour,
Yeah.
but we did that last time.
Yeah.
So when are we gonna fire these rockets?
All right, Josh, I just wanted to get a bit more practice. I think I'm ready to go ahead and arm these babies. And next time I get up to 35 or 40, I'm gonna go ahead and activate them. Just make sure you have that radar gun ready to go.
I am on it, man. I am so excited to see this. Say, don't shoot it off on that one.
They both went, right?
Oh, they had to.
Yeah, they both
Power,
did.
man.
Well, that was freaking awesome, man. Rockets shooting off the back of a Power Wheels. Never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
You got up to 29 miles an hour, and I'll take a little bit of blame. I just started enjoying watching the show. Mike, we're gonna have to check the speed.
Yeah, so we've got the handy cam set up. It went right past there. We got the 2 tape marks. We can calculate the speed from that, and that's where we're gonna get our official speed. But I'll tell you, man, that was the fastest I've ever seen it go.
I'd say so. And the smoke and the fire coming out the back, it was freaking awesome. But man, it swerved off and went into the trees. What happened?
So as soon as I hit those rockets, all I could see was smoke. I couldn't control it. To be honest with you, I think we're gonna have to check the drone footage to actually see what happened. So,
well, that was freaking awesome. And that is what Big Texas Hijinks is all about. Well, we're back here once again after a long day of racing. And Dr. Mike, I don't even know if I care if we hit 50 miles per hour, because that was freaking cool.
oh yeah, Josh, we actually got 7 different angles of this thing when I activated the rockets, especially some cool drone footage.
You know, I almost forgot about that. Why don't we take a look?
Holy smoke! Yaw!
Dude, we need to get drones on every video, because that was freaking awesome.
Actually, man, I totally agree with you.
So after reviewing all the footage, do we know why the Power Wheels veered off the side of the road?
Yeah, Josh, so if you look at the rear-facing camera, you watch slowly, you'll see actually the left rocket fired before the right rocket, which pushed it off to the right. Now, I don't know why that happened. They're on the same electrical circuit, but, you know, I guess a split second makes all the difference.
You know, that makes sense. But the big question here is, did you hit 50 miles per hour?
So, Josh, it wasn't easy to calculate because the car actually went right, as you know. It was on a variable radius arc.
Mike, enough with the nerd talk. Did you hit 50, yes or no?
All right, well, using a few different assumptions, I'm estimating 40 to 45 miles an hour, with my best guess being maybe 43 miles an hour. Now, I can say with a pretty high degree of confidence, it did not go above 50. So as you would say, still a few bulls short of a rodeo.
You know, I'm not even mad, because rockets on the back of a Power Wheels, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, man, I completely agree. And you know, putting more rockets on it, I'm not even sure would help, because all that thrust would probably just lose control again.
You know, that's a good point. And it gave me an idea, because I'm not quite done with this Power Wheels yet. But to show you my idea, we gotta take a little trip.
What?
Just hang on. This is better.
What are we doing at the creek in front of my house, Josh?
You know, we were walking by the other day and had an idea. Really, it was the rocket that inspired the idea. Here's what I'm thinking. We strap a couple rockets back on the Power Wheels, we build a jump,
Okay.
and we see if we can get over this creek right here.
Dude, Josh, are you absolutely insane? If we try to jump over this creek, it's not gonna survive.
Dr. Mike, go back to the lab, do your nerd calculations, figure out how fast you needed to get over this creek.
All right, but to clarify, just this creek, right? I guess that's 10 or 12 feet. That might be doable.
You know, since you asked, what do you say we aim for 30 feet? You know, we're a little bit of margin.
All right, I have a question.
Shoot.
So with this little runway, without even doing calculations, I can already tell you I cannot get it fast enough to go 30 feet, okay? So can I please put rubber tires on it?
Absolutely not. We have talked about this. If you're so concerned about speed, just strap more rockets on. Come on, man.
All right, well, do not expect a smooth landing, and do not expect it to end in one piece.
I'm not expecting a smooth landing, and frankly, it's gonna be more entertaining that way.
All right, well, give me some time. I'll go back, I'll do some work on the Power Wheels, and we'll meet back out here and we'll see what happens, I guess.
Sounds good. All right, folks. Dr. Mike's gonna get back in the lab to figure out how to jump this thing across the creek. And if you want to keep seeing us do these crazy projects, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Oh, also don't forget to check out our Facebook and Instagram pages are now live. They have a ton of behind the scenes content. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Big Texas Hijinks.